Welcome back, everybody. Once again, it's time to start on a new game from the N64 library. This time it is Tetrisphere. Now, for those of you who don't know or didn't see the last video, one thing I usually do is the first time during that particular time I play a game, if not the first time I've ever played a game, I usually just jump right in, and that's what my first video is all about. It's the first time I go back into a game or go into the game, period. But I knew that this was not going to work this way for this kind of game. This is Tetrisphere, and I would not have made any kind of tangible or interesting video, tangible's not the right word, if I had just kind of jumped in. I did have to learn this game first, so I have to sort of first thing, yeah, this is where we're going, sort of continue on from the first set of levels, explaining how the game works. So basically what you have is a bunch of different shaped blocks that make up this sphere right here. And I have blocks that usually match up to that type of, to the same type of blocks on the sphere. And what I have to do is place these blocks in a manner. This is the best of my ability to explain to you what I only just learned very recently. I'm already running out of time, it'll take too long to do this. You have to make formations of these blocks and, not waste time doing it. You have to make the formations of these blocks and then match them up. A lot of times you'll be triggering combos and stuff like that. So basically what you want to do by placing the blocks on the field and then by eliminating them, you are taking away the pieces, moving towards the center of the big spherical Tetrisphere, and attempting to create a large enough chunk of space so that the thing that's inside of it can escape. So that's the basics of it. You accomplish this by seeing what kind of piece you have at any given moment, and yeah, I think I did it. I did it. That was actually pretty fast. You accomplish it by sliding the pieces around to make formations or finding formations that are already made to set up the best combo that will release the most blocks at any given time. So the last time I had sort of those L-shaped blocks and the square blocks. This time around, it's still only just two different kind of shapes of blocks, and one of them is square, one of them is the Z-shaped block. So you, like I said, you have to get blocks that are already in a sort of formation, and throw in another block to that formation so that they will explode. Those pink ones that are purplish ones in the middle there, those can be destroyed by moving the blocks around and such. And I need to pick up the pace. The 3 hearts on the left there, you saw me lose one in the last round. If you make an illegal move, or if you run out of time in making a move, it takes away 1 heart until you don't have any more. The one thing that I've been struggling to get a hold of is what degree of touching from each block sort of constitutes like enough touching, because the thing with the square blocks, so the square blocks are really easy to understand. Like if they're not lined up entirely on one side or one face, that was an illegal move, then it will be an illegal move. But the different shaped blocks, like the Z blocks you see here, they seem to operate under different rules. Like you only have to, they can be touching like on the ends, they can be touching like basically on the last square at any angle, they can be set into each other, a lot of different things that the game does its best to try and like tell you what's an illegal move or not before you do it, or at least it seems that way. Like right there, that's very clearly illegal move, the like outline of it changes. But again, like I'm trying my best to determine how it actually works out that way. And there's a lot of finer points that I haven't really begun to understand just yet. Like why these pieces start glowing first, and you know, sometimes you go do that and that's not actually a legal move, so. Yeah, sure, that works. So I'm getting a lot of Z pieces right now, and then all that's left is the square pieces. So let's move this into a more cohesive formation so we get a bigger combo out of it. Do that, and so on top of these ones. And that one too, which seemed to only be touching the corner, so that's the one thing that I'm trying my best to figure out the exact rules of, is what constitutes a legal formation. There's also other things that I've been trying to understand as well, that help you set off bigger combos and stuff like that, but for the most part I'm really just trying to do the rescue mode, which seems to be the main mode in Tetrisphere. And try to get through all these different levels, because they have been getting a little bit progressively harder. Yeah, I got this one. I think pretty much each video is just going to be like one or two sets of levels, and possibly do different game modes too. So now we have the T-shaped Tetris with the square ones. The square ones, I think because it's the early goings of the levels, they're going to put the square ones in pretty much every level. The first few levels, especially, they were just squares and just line pieces. So to give you an idea, like, as the blocks, I do like the progression so far. It seems that as the blocks start to go in different shapes, you can start setting off better combos for sure, but it's also a little bit more difficult to keep everything going as you continue making moves, because I think things get a little bit more awkward. So I give them credit for that sense of progression at this point. The one thing I've been noticing, the thing I've been noticing about Tetrisphere a lot though is that it's like obviously it's slightly based on Tetris. That's a dead giveaway. Oh, pick up. It's inspired by Tetris, given all the shapes that make the red through the it seems like simultaneously more complicated than regular old Tetris, and also I feel like kind of I don't want to say more complicated. I think there's a lot more ways that it goes, a lot of different directions that it tries to take, and because this is like the first Tetrisphere game, they try and put them all out there as soon as they got them. Nice. It's getting tough to remember which area I was working. While I'm trying to think about the spitball in here and try to explain how the game works, because that's the number one thing I think I want to get out of this video in particular is, oh fuck, there's an overlap there, shit. The thing I want to get out of this video is make sure that I understand it and that I can explain it to somebody else, because I definitely feel like this isn't the most interesting game to watch. Like a lot of puzzle games like that. A lot of puzzle games probably aren't that interesting to watch somebody else play, and it's also probably really frustrating if you do like Tetrisphere, and you're watching me play and you know that I'm not very good at it. As Michael Scott once said, it's like a good basketball player having to listen to a bad music. I'm sure that that's what this is like if we're at all familiar with Tetrisphere. I'm just like, I'm progressing fine, but I'm fucking stinking up the joint. It's like, I'm much better at like, Pokemon Puzzle. And Pokemon Puzzle is a game that I played enough to figure out, how you go from being a good, competent Pokemon Puzzle League player, or Tetris Attack player, what have you, to a really good player. I figured that out, after playing it enough. This is a game that hasn't really engaged me yet as much as regular Tetris, especially because there's a really good version of Tetris that I've played on this system for hours. So this is, at this point, never going to replace the love I feel for the new Tetris on the 64. But that could change depending on how much I actually do play it, and if, you know, the modes end up being a little bit more interesting as I go on. Because I've only played the typical rescue mode, which seems to be the #1 mode. I haven't played any multiplayer or anything like that, obviously. Most of these games I don't play multiplayer just because the only person I have to play with is Lexi. It doesn't always work out that way. Work like that. Oh fuck, I did the wrong piece. The line pieces. All the line pieces, like, get all up together and everything. I'm like looking to make that combo, but I'm trying to. It's like I forget where the fucking everything else is. There's definitely a bigger combo I could have done with that. Like right over here. Alright, let's do this. I think this is gonna be that was a decent one. Yeah, sliding, being able to know where you can slide pieces into a better spot than they are is probably the #1 skill you want to develop fast in this game. It's sort of like, to equate it with like attack, it's being able to spot your 3 drops and 4 drops, or your 4 drops and 5 drops on the field before you just start moving things around, so that you know how to make the setups right. So yeah, you can see that one, for example, what that did. I just moved it into 1, but then it was lined up with enough similar pieces that they all set each other off. I feel like pretty straightforward, like puzzle game concept that you can grab a hold of, but holy shit. Yikes. That seemed to come up like really fast, didn't it? Yeah. Sure. That was crazy. Alright, let's try and work this area here. That'll be just a cascade of them. There's another one. Yeah, this is a good area, it seems. Oh, no. Naturally, I've run out of space already. Alright, this will be good. I got this. Good, there's at least 6 there. And yes. And there's one. Alright. So yeah, the thing that you need to do with rescue in particular is you definitely need to visualize the area of the field that you want to work, and try and focus on it as much as possible. And then, you know, you have the rest of the thing to go and work if you find blocks that don't jive with your strategy at that point. I could be entirely wrong about that, because I've only been playing this game for so long. But that seems like a good combo, right? That's that one. Yeah. Alright. Ooh, now there's a stack right on here, so this should do it. Yes? Nope, one more. Yeah. A little bit there. Something good. I think the ones that are stacked on top of each other make for the easiest easiest combos to utilize, like getting right down to the center, because you know that hit right there is going to go all the way down and not fuck you up when it reveals something else down there. So like if you see that like the outline change when you're over just one piece out in empty space, you know that that's probably a good combo because they're just going to continue all the way down through each layer of the field. That's probably best. Yeah, that'll only work there. Let's try and there's a decent combo right over to my right here. Alright, let's see what happens here. Oh shit. Yeah, you need to work quick. I think with the combos, the timers over there, I think the combos basically allow you to work your time limit back up. Oh shit. So like if you start moving quickly, then you'll be doing yourself a lot of favors even if you're not racking up combos, because you're getting your wasted seconds back. Because you're probably talking to somebody, or trying to describe the game, explain it to somebody else, etc., etc. Somebody working here, or you took too long to slide the pieces into big combos, so you actually wasted one. You know, shit like that. Trying to work in this area here. Ooh, there's a good combo right there. There's 7 at least. Yes. This'll help. Whoa. Oh shit. That's better. Yeah! All I had to do is slide that one. So there's a couple more levels to go here, and ooh, now they're vertical. That works. This area right here is gonna be a spot. Yes, right there. Yeah. Indeed. You'd like to make it a quick level half the time. It's like, just really just ease in onto one space, one area. Tetrisphere. It's going. It's going. Yeah. Come on. It's just barely outside of this space over here that I wanted. Alright, this will do it. Oh yeah, all I had to do was slide it out of the way, that did it. That was good. When you start doing your games, I think it might matter more when you do like head-to-head multiplayer and stuff, or it might matter in just any of the other game modes, but it gives you the choice to pick a character, like from the different like robots that, like, not unlike the ones that you're trying to like rescue from the middle of the sphere. And I have not really been sure, mostly because they haven't even been on the screen really. I'm not sure yet what the difference is between them. It says that they have like speed and something else. So I assume it like has to do with how the cursor moves or how fast you slide stuff, but I actually have no idea what kind of effect it's actually had as of yet. Oh, I should have moved this one. Would have been bigger. Take it all the way down. Yeah. you haven't noticed me doing this yet, there's like a dot piece that can stand in for either or any number of pieces that you're working with at this point. It still has to be a valid combo, which is the one thing you really gotta be aware of when you're looking for how you're gonna use it. Because you like it to be just something that can just clear a bunch of space in a spot that you really are running into a lot of trouble with, and it doesn't work that way. You still need to be able to make a combo happen, like make a valid move happen. It just will take the place of whichever piece you need it to. So, yeah. It's not as helpful as it could be, but it also makes for some sneezels. It also, you know, basically it's not a cop-out, but you kind of like it to be. That's what and that's also, it's like what I thought it would be first, so definitely. Wait, how did I lose a heart on the free move? It's not a free move. Yeah, these are the things I haven't really done yet. And, that's funky. I like it. I haven't used any of those things that are at the bottom of the screen yet. I just knew there was a button that did something else, and I just kind of went for it. So there's special moves, which is cool. Those definitely will be more handy in the later levels and in multiplayer. That's one thing I would probably say for sure. Nice. Alright, so like, yeah. Oh, I didn't even need to use it. I was just gonna see whatever fucking special thing I had over there did, but I don't even need it right now. How many of these can I do before I'm out of time? Nope. That's enough. It's still pretty good. Let's get this shit. Alright, let's do it. Do whatever the fuck this is. Well. Alright, so that one didn't focus on like a certain area. It kind of went all around the sphere, which isn't the most helpful thing, because like I said, the main way to go through these levels is to focus on it. Whereas that's how it seems to me. But that's fun. These are fun to do, I guess. I need something to explain. I have the manual for this now. I got the manual. So I suppose maybe I should read it, but I probably won't remember it. This, I'm going to break down to the middle right there. And move this one over here to see how much space that makes. Almost there. We're almost there. Yeah. Yes. No. A little bit more. Oh shit. This will be it. This will be it. Yeah. All right. I think that's the last level in this section too. That was good. Levels. Yep. So that was good. It can't be the most entertaining thing, I'm sure, to watch somebody play a puzzle game. And like I said, the best I can do is just like try and make sure that people know how the game works. It's a fun game. There's more modes that that's probably what I'll do in the other videos, and I don't know how many more there's going to be. But that has been Tetrisphere, and I'm also really looking forward to the video I do after this, because that's a good Let's Play. It's going to be golden after this, so just keep waiting. I'm going to play more and more of this to get to GoldenEye. But I hope this has been informative at the very least on how to play Tetris. Thanks for watching. Merry Christmas. I don't know if I'll do another one before then. And that's it. Signing off.